With each passing year, the rate of suicide among the men and women who serve in law enforcement is growing. More lives are lost as a result of suicide, as opposed to those who have been killed in the line of duty. In 2018, the national statistic for suicides within the profession of law enforcement was 167. By the end of 2019, 228 lives were lost to suicide. Compared to the general population, those serving in law enforcement have significantly higher rates of anxiety and depression. 9 out of 10 first responders will be exposed to a traumatic event, and many first responders respond with accumulative stress. 1 out of 3 may develop post-traumatic stress injury. These are issues that need to be discussed.
I went through stress counseling with the BSU when I was a police officer because I tried to commit suicide in 1998. And the thing is that at the beginning I started having problems and I didn't know who to go to. So I tried to deal with it on my own, and started having personal problems at home. I was going through a divorce, and I would go to work, and mentally it was a lot of stress that I was dealing with, and it started, I started having problems sleeping, and I would get headaches, and then when I was at work I would get angry, for little things. I would get really angry, and then I found myself started thinking about hurting myself because I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, and I didn't really understand that I could get help for that. Being a police officer, we actually help people. We don't really ask for help, which is not true, but that's the way we feel. We feel like, if we have a problem, you handle it, you deal with it, and you don't need to go get help. If you ask for help, then you're weak. That's the way you feel. But again, that's not true. That's just the way we feel.
My father, Sergeant Tom Blackwell, was a 26-year veteran of the San Francisco Police Department who took his life in 1994. I understand the importance of connection. Opening the door to talk to one another when things are not okay gives people a sense of belonging. In the last 10 years, the SFPD has lost 8 members due to suicide. Suicide is perceived as a weakness in an occupation where pride and strength, both physically and mentally, are so very important. Listening and encouraging each other to seek resources when in crisis is really what having each other's six means.
The biggest barrier in this culture is that I can't talk about it and that I need to be tough mentally. When we internalize that, we find ourselves in a lot of trouble. It's one thing to be strong when we're out on the streets. However, when we come back to the station, we need to know it's okay to hurt and it's okay to talk about our situations. Our oath to protect and to serve is owned to ourselves and each other. That means taking care of ourselves mentally and emotionally is just as important as our physical health.
When a change in behavior or appearance is notable, or if something seems off in a partner, family member, friend, or loved one serving, please reach out and support that person. Take the time to talk and listen. To those that may be quietly struggling, know that seeking help when in crisis is not a sign of weakness. It is incredibly courageous and shows great strength. You and your brothers and sisters behind the badge and their families are worth it.
You are not alone.
You deserve support.
And your loved ones would not be better off without you. Trust me.